Greetings, greetings. Hi everyone, Mulishani. Hi, how are you? Welcome, greetings. Please share, tell us where you're watching us from. Mulishani, drama as usual. There is always something, About Jonathan, people are missing me. Who is missing me, Mwebantu? Tetinjuse kuzambia takwa bamalaiti takwa bamenshi tukalaikalashani. I can't do my life if I come. How am I going to do my lives? There's no power, right? But John tuke kalashani nga twaisa. Amalaiti takwa banisha amalive twadika. Hi Irene Nguluve, thank you for support as always. Power tap, power tap, power tap. Your mama is fine. How's everybody? How's everybody? So today, guys, you are below par, so let me block you. If you are below par, you should have a page and. Wandy. Thank you guys for watching. Share. I'm a married woman now. Mwishepa Facebook pakusa mkufaya if you po. To remember national matters, panota tuishi de mkufaya if you po. Welcome, guys. This is Queen Pumi, your advocate for good governance. We dream big. Welcome to Dream Big, because we want a better Zambia. So we are dreaming big, yes. There is no power. If I come to Zambia, I can't advocate. I can't go live. I'm a light takwawa. So nishi, tukashara mulimu amonini. So chawa mefifine. Today sunka bola from afar, where we have power. So at least twice alive, dwami pela information, and then in Ngamakwata light you plug in. So that is the game plan. Yes. So welcome people. Share. Welcome new followers. A lot of new followers. You're not followers. Panopa page. We are comrades on this page. We are comrades. We are compatriots. We are patriots. We are teammates. Ni team dream big. Yes. This is team dream bigger, biggest. Bigger, biggest. This is team bigger, biggest. Advocates for good governance. Share. Invite people. Zambezi in the building. Write a comment, guys, where you're watching us from. Abenachipata shuwa, abenachipata. Tukalandelia shiachuponga twapoko inga after independence 2.0 tukalanda Maria shiachup. Right now, let's talk about a business. Let's talk about Chabinga. Mansa in the house. Avena Mansa Mulishani. I'm so proud of our Mwata Kazembes, my Rwapula chiefs over there, Twakunkula Mwemfumu. We have seen the letters from the Rwapula chiefs to reject the Bill 7. Yes, yes. As you wait to hear from me, you should share, because there's no point in ngandeshta drop data pande pera na ma analysis mule tambafi. So mule lemba muma comments monok sharing. As I analyze and drop data, the least you can do share. Share and write comments so that Facebook can boost our pages. Yes, dream big for Zambia. Yes, dream big. Welcome to Dream Big. Queen Pumi is dreaming big, bigger, biggest. Hey, Drew from Kitwe. Yes, Drew from Kitwe. How are you, my son? Mulishani. Topics as usual. We are talking about Bill 7. We are talking about Chabinga and the Mao Sampa, these two traitors. Traitor will always be a traitor. Oh my God, yeah, oh God. We saw Bamundu Bile at the PF Secretariat. That was good. That is democracy. People should be allowed to do what they have to do. So I am happy to see all the activity that happened at the Secretariat there. I am happy to watch that, and let the best man win. Yes, let the best man win. We are waiting for this convention, and we shall support whoever is victorious from the PF faction. And Chabinga should just join Abanankwe. Let Chabinga be a man. I alipile 200k ile lipile Abanankwe. Chabinga ye alipile 200k. Aka yekuja kuma elections pa convention. Not if yalela and if ya bupuwa. Chabinga na kuitemi kuinga itatu. Chabinga iwe Chabinga na kupapata. Your lawless self. If there was ever a lawless person, is Chabinga. Chabinga le winning a finchi. Democracy requires that you follow the majority. Chabinga le kamuka room kwati neso. Fino finefyo anjikala. Na ena Chabinga for turemu mona muka room wale landa. Chabinga is in a room just like me and trying to command PF, the biggest party, political party in Zambia. Are you kidding me, Chabinga? What are you smoking or drinking? Chabinga mwevan fish ale noa. Fish if you ale noa and fish if you ale paper. Fish equity. You know? Chabinga twakupapata uwomba Chabinga nanalanda mfitundu fionse. Ba Chabinga lwa mikupa kuti muyoli fa fera 200 pini ka 4. Muyoli fa 200 pini wa Chabinga. Muwe fa list yali ya walikani wamina kwale kwa PF Secretariat. Zeoza kuina maka bedroom munjika room kasikama inkao mulinosi. Nikufama orders awanganu arunaku mituhera sha. Mutuire ni brezi siros. Wena Chabinga wena za kuina maka room ka 4 ulinosi azuinjika bedroom ufa PF my instructions. Wena mutu alimu wena kenga Chabinga wena wakona kweza instruct thousands of people. Democracy H1. The convention comes by the people decide. You know, when you have a large organization, one person cannot determine what is going on in the large organization. No. In a large organization, it is the people power. So, PF Secretary, even 3. Nangupadi abantu batatu, you can't say, Ulaisa papeji and ukulanji pushefia upubat, who is this woman? Nakuchita ban. Ulaisa panom kulanji pushat, who is this woman? Tawako atamano. So anyway, don't distract me. I'm not in a mood to tolerate you. I want to Chabinga type. Nganwe Chabinga type. So I am saying, ndelanda pano kwebati, in a democracy, majority wins. So Chabinga nangufya requete convention, maybe in the last convention was in 2023, and it was illegal. So Mao Sampa, the traitor number one is Mao Sampa. Mama, Mao Sampa is the biggest traitor number one. I achita convention area. Mao Sampa kanoka mokene yo convention area yali yabufi. Mao Sampa kamokene awe convention area yali yachini. Okay, fine. We give it to Mao Sampa. Whether the convention was true or false, at least he had the convention. No, Chabinga ina. Where does he get up? Where does he get the power from? Kuibika president wabu PF. Abantu tabamusala. That is dictatorship. Eh? And now Mao Sampa ama kesi yaliatwala kukoti. That is lawlessness. Because yaliama case, the judges should throw out those cases. That's why we are saying the judiciary ili compromise number. I can say it is my opinion. Shile tukano omuntu test edition tulelanda vyokwebati kumano yachifyarirwe fifya chitika okufika onkafye. Just looking at the events which have happened in PF, if the Zambian judiciary was fair, they could have thrown out all these cases. Ukwambira kuri Mao Sampa bachita throw out case ya Mao Sampa akwete illegal convention, bafire bamchana charge Mao Sampa for conducting an illegal convention. But this thing has been going on for 2 years. Presidency re chinjafye in the illegal among the hijackers. Among hijackers were chinja presidency and backed by the judiciary. Okay, Kwena. Enough is enough. We are tired of this lawlessness. Eh? Now, Chabinga kwe kalamuka room kwati ne finofine and trying to command a PF or the largest political party, it's laughable. Kutiwa Seka, where Chabinga? What's your problem, Chabinga? It's not gonna happen. And the judge, that judge in Kabwe, who gave that fraudulent petition, eh? The judge in Kabwe gave a fraudulent petition. Now we berenga petition idia. What kind of a judge issues a fraudulent petition? I am saying the petition is fraudulent because the information there is wrong. How can a judge issue a fraudulent petition with the wrong information? Really? I want to side. Like I need to share before I continue. Let me share before I continue. I did it serious, even if today sekapan. That feel no classic. This is serious business, guys. Itenya abantu idiashi that feel no classic. I can be kept over but Dangote telling of HH apatule apande chitash share.
Why without power there's no growth. No growth without power anywhere. You will actually unleash growth in the country. When you do that, you talk less when you go out there to campaign to tell people what you've done, because they will see what it is. They will actually feel it. It's not like education where it takes several years before you can see the benefit of it. But this one, once you give power, it gives other things, opportunities, GDP growth, and it will give a lot of disposable income, just like what you mentioned, Your Excellency, saying that yes, today in Zambia, you are using rain-fed agriculture. So rain-fed agriculture, it means that you are going to do one season. But right now, you go to countries where they are doing 3 crops per season. So if you are going to do 3 crops, it means that something like maize, which you are good at, you'll actually flood the entire African continent with maize. So, but right now, a lot of people, they're importing, maize, African countries. And one of the things that I have to also say, Your Excellency, is that being a landlocked, for example, is actually a big opportunity for you because you are.
So that is Dangote, Aliko Dangote advising
power,
the president.
there's no growth. No growth without power anywhere. And then when you have power, you will actually unleash growth in the country. When you do that, you talk less when you go out there to campaign to tell people what you've done, because they will see what it is. They will actually feel it. It's not like education where it takes several years before you can see the benefit of it. But this one, once you give power, it gives other things, opportunities, GDP growth, and it will give a lot of disposable income, just like what you mentioned, Your Excellency, saying that, yes, today in Zambia, you are using rain-fed agriculture. So rain-fed agriculture, it means that you are going to do one season. But right now, you go to countries where they are doing 3 crops per season. So if you are going to do 3 crops, it means that something like maize, which you are good at, you'll actually flood the entire African continent with maize. So, but right now, a lot of people, they're importing, maize, African countries. And one of the things that I have to also say, Your Excellency, is that being a landlocked, for example, is actually a big opportunity for you because you are.
Okay, thank you. So that is Aliko Dangote giving advice to our president to say you need power to grow. So if you have been following the activities, it has been reported that Zambia's economy is growing by 5.6%. But the economy, especially the last year, people have been load-shedded almost 20 hours in a day or 22 hours. And some areas, they don't even see the power until a couple of days. And then power comes at awkward times in the day when people are sleeping. So how can an economy grow when there is no power? And he also talked about maize, to use drip irrigation or whatever instead of relying on the rainfall, which is we only grow food crops, our staple food. We only grow one batch once a year, when we can produce 3 batches in a year. Zambia is blessed with this. I think it's 70% of fresh water in the region. We are surrounded by rivers, lakes, and in places like the upper places north of the country, northwestern, Wapula, and northern, they can grow many crops which can be cash crops and jumpstart the economy. So yeah, so this is Dangote talking to our president. So we are here, but the reason we are here is this thing today. Our main topic is Chabinga. Edi Ashio Twishide Pano Chabinga and his attempts to continue his unlawful presidency in PF. Now, we are saying that Chabinga is an unlawful president because PF is the largest political party in Zambia. And anyone to claim to be a president of PF, he has to go to a convention and get majority of the vote. I think it's 50+1. I don't know how they do the elections there for the PF party, but Chabinga should go to the convention. He can't be sitting in a room like me and commanding the largest political party in Zambia. That is lawlessness, and we have to call him out. And I will repeat before I move on to the next topic to say, Chabinga, let him go and pay the 200,000 and be on the list with other PF president and contest the PF presidency. If he's popular, if people want Chabinga, he will be elected. Now we come to the petition. We walk up to a petition signed by a judge from Kabwe with a couple of demands which were filed by this Ngona, whatever his name is. And I'm going to read a statement by lawyer Celestine Mukandila responding to this petition which was filed by, the Chabinga faction. So, I'm going to read a statement by Celestine Mukandila because that petition, maybe let me start by reading the petition. Let me start by reading the petition filed by the Chabinga faction. Let me start by reading that petition, the demands that are there. Let me start by reading the demands. I think we have all seen that petition, and we all know what Chabinga wants. And one of the main things that Chabinga wants is that the convention should not be held. He doesn't want the convention to go ahead. Yeah, so there is the petition, guys. I'm going to read it. In the High Court of Zambia at the District Registry holding at Kabwe between Morgan Ngona, suing as member and Secretary General of the Patriotic Front Party, and defendant Brenda Nyirenda. Upon hearing counsel of the plaintiff and upon reading the affidavit written by Morgan Ngona filed, and plaintiff undertaking to obey his honorable chief's order as to damages should this honorable court be of the view that the defendant has suffered from the virtue of the order herein. It is hereby ordered that the application order injunction to compel defendant himself and his servants, agent, employee of whomever immediately cease and desist occupying the Patriotic Front Secretariat, use of the Patriotic Front materials including party receipts and letterheads, holding meetings, press conferences and media briefings in the name of Patriotic Front, purporting or holding out leaders of Patriotic Front Party and announcing roadmap to the elective convention, Patriotic Front until course determination on the matter. Mwamona, and the party hearing will be 3rd December. Kwangaloko. Mwamona. So, in short, Chabinga na Ngona, they want the PF to immediately stop using the Patriotic Secretariat. Bela yako ku Secretariat kulia. Bela chita issue any receipt with the letterhead. The Bela bomfia Secretariat for anything. And then Bela bomfia Bekakwata convention until the court's determination. So now, so Chabinga, basically he wants to shut down PF. If you are the fire Chabinga, PF with PF Regalia or whatever, ama imitwe or any letterheads. Chabinga nabangona babiri. Okay, this is not democracy. Two people cannot go to a court and ask the court to do this, and the judge agrees. That's why tuleland that Zambia, the judiciary is compromised. There is no way two people, Chabinga nabangona benga ya kukoti, bachita demand, and then the judge agrees. The judge should ask Chabinga na ngona bushe. If yecho mulefwaya, is it a majority of all the PF members? This is what is supposed to happen. Now, to prove that ba PF balefwaya, in petition wachita fire okudia, uyu Chabinga na ngona nga bachita attach signatures of at least 50% or more of the members of the PF to support this petition, then we can say it is valid. Mamona, we are being democratic here. We have to know our rights. Because it is not democracy if two people just get up, make a petition, two people, huh? When PF has millions of members. Okay, last election, PF got 1.8 votes. So if anything, if Chabinga and Ngona want to anything, they must go out there and obtain at least 51% of the 1.8 million who voted. So at least they must have 900,000 votes to attach to that petition ukupera ba judge. Ukwebati, if it tulelanda, abantu efyo balefwaya, and people have supported it. These are the signatures. Then the judge can honor that. Now the judge cannot honor something in the air. Two people. When last election, 1.8 million people voted for PF. So how can two people close a secretariat? That is dictatorship. That is dictatorship, and that judge who signed that consent order has no right. He's misleading the country, and this is my opinion. I can say it. I'm just saying 3 people cannot make such a decision on behalf of 1.8 million voters who voted for PF in the last election. Okay, that was in 2021. Apatulela and Darimbiama PF voters have increased because a lot of people have turned 18 years and above. We have new eligible voters who have joined a political party of their choice. Maybe they joined the PF or whatever party they wanted. But we have 3 people trying to stop the democratic process of PF to have a convention, including Ukwisala, a secretariat. Now, I have a message to the Zambian judiciary, specifically the judge, who approved this, and it was erroneous. But instead of me giving my opinion about the actions of this judge, let me read what lawyer Celestine Mukandila wrote in reaction to that statement by the judge. I will read what he says. He says, ignore the defective, highly compromised order, Celestine Mukandila wrote. Hakainde Hichilema's regime, desperate to completely get rid of the Patriotic Front, is a comedy of errors and amounts of shopping. We formally reject that said order as it is defective and factually inaccurate. The order erroneously refers to the defendant as a male person using a pronoun himself. This is incorrect and misleading. Miss Brenda Nyirenda is a female mother and identifies the pronouns she and her. There is no male person named by Brenda Nyirenda in the Patriotic Front. The order appears to be based on a clear case of mistaken identity or serious clerical error. Any suggestion that Ms. Nyirenda is transgender or that the order refers to her is false, malicious and injurious to her personal dignity and reputation. Such an error is unacceptable and inconsistent with the values of truth, fairness, and respect for individual identity that we uphold. I further advise my fellow members of the legal profession not to be misled or compromised by individuals who may attempt to use money or political influence to induce a departure from professional ethics and integrity. There is a ruling of the High Court which maintained Mr. Ngona's status as an expelled member of PF, and that matter remains effective before courts of law. Both Counsel and Ngona are therefore treading on thin ice of contempt of court and engaging in forum shopping. This comedy of errors must be brought to an end if we are to safeguard our democracy, uphold the rule of law, and protect integrity of our justice system. What a shame. So that is the letter by lawyer Celestine Mukandila, rubbishing the court order which was issued today. Okay, I am proud of PF, but PF, maintain your stand. Zambia cannot be declared a banana republic by lawlessness. This is pure lawlessness by Chabinga, Ngona, and the judge who issued a fraudulent document. It is a fraudulent order. How can you issue an order which is full of errors? Eh? You are addressing somebody as a he, the person is a she, and the person who went to file that petition is an expelled member of PF. So let's be serious about judiciary kukabwoko. I am happy that PF is standing their ground. Robert Chabinga, he was there giving a press briefing over there. Let us ignore him. Let us ignore him. Chabinga cannot change the destiny of PF. Achepa sana. In my last comment, last advice to Chabinga, if you are a man like other men, put your name paliapa mamba paliamashina ya ume. Kawike poeshina liobe kalipire 200k. Ile lipira ba ume banobe. And the contest not if you're lechta. And you judges in Zambia, you need to stand on justice. Vasevana bale judge bakukabwe nabasevana. So limbi wale mbere chile so nimbi I don't know, maybe Chabinge wale mbere chile chi nani ewa chile mbaya bika pofie nshimbi bamba no like to circulate, because I don't think a qualified lawyer can have such mistakes on a very critical document. How can a qualified lawyer have such critical mistakes on a very important document? How? Watch this space. Mukonfafia chilia document bali chita forge. Baya ivana date stamped. Babikap. This is my opinion. I can say it. You know? Because a document ya kwa fiatie yafuma mu High Court of Zambia nech sungu efya chile lembekwa ama details, they have to verify the details. So now me, I'm suspecting, it's my right, I can suspect to say that document was cooked up somewhere and then via eventually be babikap. Chabinga, stay in your lane. Muzambia, temwa kutwaleta democracy. Tanzania formula mulefu okulaleta mu Zambia. Tayabombe, Zambia is a democracy. If you have the numbers, Kali prefeka 200 pin kobe. Abantu bakakuvotela. Zambia is a democracy. People need to choose you. You can't impose yourself on the people. Chabinga. Elo takuwa batechi musende opposition, the largest political party. Elo mwasenda PF at yo, we are in alliance with the HH. Are you normal? So ba HH when ngabari in alliance with PF, ngabari bapo president. Would we have changed a government if HH was in alliance with the PF? No. It's absurd and it's insulting on our intelligence. For Chabinga to say PF is in alliance with the UPND and HH, it can't happen. It can never happen. Then it's not democracy. Did I miss something? When did we change from multi-party to one-party state? Chabinga, start your own political party and gather the numbers. If you want to be in alliance with HH, nobody's stopping you. Chabinga, you are not even the owner of PF. You are just a member. Chabinga is not even a member, is not even a founder. Tadi kona PF oko ya yambile party. Alete amano ya Tanzania kuno. Mulefo kuleta Tanzania formula mu Zambia, where you are using the judiciary to disqualify all your opponents. Tanzania, Uganda, they always disqualify people who are a threat. And they have rubber stamps of opposition on the ballot against the incumbent, Museveni. Now, uyuna mayo sami if you achitibi. If you're mulefu okuleta mu Zambia, you can't stop the wind of change. You can't. The wind of change is upon us in Zambia. Na mumona kuli ba mundu bili abantu efyo bemine. The other day it was MZ. You saw how people are there. The other day it was MZ at the Secretariat. There is a wind of change. You can't stop the wind of change. Even if muka sende PF at mwa ifianta, abantu bakafuma mu PF baka yeku political party imbi, and it will be a landslide victory. If you try and squish PF, Chabinga kashala fenama pepala, abantu bonse bakayoko bakaya, no kufunyama UPND. There is no way UPND can bounce back to power when people have 2 hours of electricity a day. How? We have governments where we are not even load. I grew up in an era where I didn't even know load shedding. But we changed government because certain things were wrong. So how does UPND expect to bounce back? Signal. Their own people, but I mean, abantu baba UPND, eba le la sabaka teka mawe. I tell you, in 2026, nangunisho nkono no ikapita. Nangunisho nkono no ikapita. So lembe shenyu kuvota mwemantu bakwalesa. With the luckily Mangala Zalomi's heard our cry, and she extended the voter registration period. So we thank her for that. Meanwhile, take advantage. Ingatamwa lembe sho kuvota. Lembe shenyu kuvota. Ababena kuya bevere. Wind of change is not only in Zambia. It's in the entire world. Madagascar, Mozambique. Tanzania, the wind of change was there. You saw what happened. The woman just imposed herself. Uriasa miyana pa window atala china no kurengera pa window. A presidency yakwe. Number, what kind of a presidency is that where you even fail to none? Yeah, so I am saying the wind of change has come throughout Africa. So Chabinga, just go and pay. Someone is saying they don't understand Bemba. So I'll repeat myself in English. I'll just say, Gamuya Chabinga bagaunke ku Secretariat, bagalipire 200,000 and be on the ballot. Bagaba sale n'abantu balabayanda utegwa bagabe president OPF. Muhuba uba ngunyogo ha utali kubola page yangu ndambira ati ndi muhuba uba. Muhuba uba ngunyogo wakuhyala kambo nguwatagulaya nguwatagulaya utega olemeka abantu. Ngatoboli ya page yangu nditati ndi muhuba uba. Ugambire nyogo wakuhyala. So ngamaka nayo. So we are here, guys. Ears on the ground. Bill 7, yes. We move on to the next topic. Bill 7, it has been rejected in Wapula. Meanwhile, we saw Kavindele advocating for 7-year term. Okay, seriously? There is nowhere in the world where they have a 7-year term. Most of the countries, they have reduced to 4-year term. Zambia, we have 5 years. So if you have failed to do anything apart from kukulama toilet in 4 years, ngamu 7 years ukachitenshi. But if you look tafena ngufimo muni 4 years. Ama toilet na yama pit latrina ya pansi. Legacy yabo. So what are they going to do in 7 years? Look at Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore has changed things, Kuria. After 2 years, things were changed. Tabena Ibrahim barendera paria. Alimuni 4 years Ibrahim naena. But look at what if watch takuria. Number ifo abeswa bakula fiama toilet. Muri 4 years, but for 7 years. So finish bakachita muri 7 years. Muri 7 years mukarabo fiama koloboi. Ndemye bafi. Ngamwa bapera bi 7 ngayapita. Zambia mukarabo fiama koloboi. Amalaiti yabakaba ya finondo. Already that's what's happening in Zambia. Electricity is for the rich people. Those who can afford solar, ama genseti, whatever. Electricity ya luka yaba finondo. And then in Zambia, only about 40% of the people have electricity. So if they are failing to power 40% of the country, now can you even dream of electrifying the 60% who have never seen any power? Because apatuli tufirokula landa pali rural electrification and taking power to the 60% of the Zambian population who have no power at all. Now we are in a situation where the 40% who have power, they have been reduced to 2 hours of load shedding, 2 hours of power every day. So now if you give these people another, increase their term, because definitely Bill 7, some of these things in Bill 7, by ruling, who's UPND, without even making a bill. That's what will happen if this Bill 7 passes. It's going to give so much power to the executive that Zambia will become like a private company. And what happens in a private company, the chief executive, ngabuka fyefyo abuka achinja. Ngalanda no bank, I'm removing a term limit on presidency. The president will rule forever. He will sign it and it will happen. And this is what they want to do. You know? So, Bakabindele is there saying for 7-year limit. Na mumona picture ya kabompo musebo. Mwemantu bakwalesa. Look at kabompo. Oko bale funyama minerals huku northwestern. Mumoni omusebo kuri picture mbikile pa page ya mpamwandi. Kuka bompo. Umusebo ni trench. Umusebo ni trench. Ni muma yaju mwini kabompo. You see it? This picture is circulating in kabompo. Ininganda ya muma yad. And then this is a road. Muma yad. Evantu wamulefo kupera 7-year term. Muka saine bill 7 na chipite. Ala mwebena Zambia muka chula demieva. These people have to go. Pauti Dangote ambio kula kalipira banani kani. And someone, if to remember, so by HH, by Calabang for Dangote Alebeba. And these are some of the things we've been telling HH and UPND government. Eh? Dangote, he told him, but you can't develop without electricity. But if to lay the UPND government cannot have meetings and consult with the stakeholders. No. HH can't sit with the stakeholders in Zambia, people like myself, or even opposition presidents there. He can't. And among all the people that have visited the HH, in his 4 years, the only one who has told him to his face is Dangote. God bless him. Once besa fe mumatu muri yakuri ba HH bako kwa picture baba myanga mumatu ibaya. Eh? But Dangote is the only one who truly loves HH because he told him the truth. And those are the leaders we need in Africa, who will tell a fellow brother the truth when they are going wrong. We don't need leaders to be clapping Bakavindere. Bakavindere kuchumuleba. Can you sit there and advocate for a 7-year term? How much were you paid to say that nonsense? It is nonsense because they have failed to do anything in 4 years. The country is literally shut down. Ama maini abaiche wonse badi bapoka kuchingola paka abaiche babatoba amago. Anyway, I end here. But to summarize everything, I can just say that Chabinga nabalaba judge bakukabwe, you cannot stop democracy. This is my summary. Democracy is not two people. Ngona na Chabinga na ba judge to stop PF. My message to Chabinga is, if you don't want Yayama demands yakwa Chabinga, let him collect at least 1 million signatures of PF members to back up what his demands. Otherwise, that's unlawless. That is dictatorship. Yes. Let Chabinga pick at least 1 million signatures from PF membership to back what he says. If that's what the people want, Chabinga cannot come a kafi apanga decision and I could a judge and the judge honor it. That is wrong. It's undemocratic. If Chabinga wants the judge to honor his demands, let him go around the country and collect 1 million signatures to back his demands. And it's very easy. It's very easy for Chabinga to collect the signatures. He can just do a petition. He can do an online petition like we did. We did a petition for Tayali to be returned home. There was a petition for Bill 7. There was a petition to extend voter registration. So let Chabinga also do a petition and list the demands that he wants. Otherwise, the petition that he did between the two of them is lawlessness and it's dictatorship. And we are not going to allow it. We are not. And no judge should honor such a dictatorship demand. Nita Zania formula. All this of these judges, they are compromised. They are honoring dictatorship demands. They are not being fair because democracy demands that people agree. Majority of the people agree. That is the democracy. Not what this Chabinga is doing. Because now Shivati convention in Chabinga would be rendered useless, and all those court cases that PF that are in court for PF, they will die a natural death. So that's why Chabinga na mona fire. He will be rendered useless. So by PF continue. Nifaka pressure. that judge should not honor that petition for Chabinga unless it is accompanied by at least 1 million signatures from PF members. Otherwise, it is lawlessness. It is unlawful. Chabinga and Ngona and the judge cannot be 3 people to stop a convention which the people want. Yes, Vakalaba. So I end there. So the panel is open. If you are new on my page, welcome. I know on YouTube the videos are not there. And then on Facebook, the videos are deleted after 30 days. So you can follow the videos, watch the full videos on YouTube, Queen Pumi on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll try to make clips and circulate. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Yes, it's not in the Zambians' interest for this PF convention to be postponed. It is in the interest of Chabinga, because Chabinga is in alliance with HH. But Chabinga, you can't be in alliance with HH as a person and force everyone in PF to be in alliance with you and HH. No. PF is the largest political party. There is no way the largest opposition political party can be in alliance with the ruling party. No ways. If that's the case, collect signatures. The challenge now, I'm giving Chabinga a challenge. If Chabinga is saying that PF is truly in alliance with HH, let him prove it. Tekulanda fe pakanwa wa imafia mukabrumu kwati newi nefio nchikere at your PF is in alliance with HH. So we are going to have the convention in 2027. No, that is dictatorship. PF te yakwawisu. So if PF is truly in alliance with the HH, let Chabinga prove it. One for the PF, and that judge should not sign that order. He needs proof. Because because I'm a PF member. Now I am a PF member who got PF presidency dubiously. Now but your PF is in alliance with HH, so there is no convention. No. If the PF members have agreed to say there should be no convention until 2027, prove it. Collect 1 million signatures from the PF membership and support your petition. Otherwise, ni beans. Yes. Mukose fye na imwebe na PF, mukose na mfefyo na landa panu. We are depending on PF. We are depending on PF. Me, I'm an advocate for good governance. Some people were like, oh, so now you are PF now. No, I am not PF. I am an advocate for good governance. We cannot sit here and see things Africa. No. Chabinga and Ngona. If you say PF is in alliance with Haka Inde Ichilema, go and present evidence. Collect 1 million signatures at least. I'm saying 1 million because in 2021, 1.8 million people voted for PF. So 4 years later, there are new voters. So these new voters, and I'm sure many people have changed Niba PF. Let the Chabinga collect proof that PF which the postponed convention until 2027. Let him have proof. Tekulanda fe pakanwa. Pang na inekutina landa. Otherwise, we are judge na yena uka sainefia bupa na yena, we will sue him. Yes, it's about time we started suing judges for behaving unlawfully. You cannot honor a court case. They even start a court case 3rd December so that the PF should not have the convention. A court case after court case after court case until a election yakafike. Meanwhile, there is no president for PF, the largest political party. Ini nonsense. Yes, Chabinga as a person is in alliance with UPND. Now, if Chabinga wants to say, if our PF we are in alliance with UPND, signature 1 million to prove there are people who are in PF members who are supporting your alliance. Otherwise, iwe Chabinga na nguna na bajaji, you have no power to decide on it. At least 2 million voters from PF. You have no power. You three have no power to decide on the will of the people. I end there. Hi, Vampatso.
Hey, Kumi, how are you?
Good, how are you? I'm done talking. Yeah?
I think you need that water. you need that water. Anyway, apart from that, I think like sometimes, first of all, you fail to understand how certain people up to now are very comfortable to even support illegality. Even for probably some of us who may not be very well vested with all these issues, Vangona, Chabinga, and the whole scandal for PF, but I think this can clearly be seen by any well-meaning person to say there's a lot of interference in wanting to stamp on other political parties and not giving them the equal opportunity that they may want to have and that they surely deserve, especially running towards the elections, which is a very, very sad situation, especially where the ruling party has failed itself. It has never been in convention. It's like it's a party that year in, year out, even they've been in the longest opposition, only one person stands. They could have allowed the party that they themselves declared is a long-gone party, it's a finished party. They could have left them with a finished party to do whatever they want to do. But now it makes so much, it leaves so much to be desired to actually see the interference. The first question that may be probably interesting to even find an answer. If Chabinga is surely a president for the opposition party or for Patriotic Front, why has he failed to go even Secretariat, even just to have a meeting? Why has he failed to make those statements or make those press briefings from the Secretariat? Because if it were me, if I were to be privileged to be a president of a party, I should feel free to go to a Secretariat because then I know that is my party. I'm the leader of that party. But it's surprising that Chabinga can't go. All the friends are there. All the friends, when they're doing all these nominations, the friends are there, except the so-called president Chabinga. Then it makes, if you start now knowing to say, Wolfie, meaning is he alone in that Patriotic Front, or is there any other Patriotic Front that he has really, really stood on to say, this is the party I'm leading, I think it's just clear where we'll just say it's the UPND people propagating this whole agenda to try and cause more confusion. Unfortunately, I think everyone now, or the majority of people, are able to see that all these are just stunts now to make people believe. Because I think, I think a few months ago, people were like, oh, the opposition, there's no leader. But if you're in a confusion. Of course, I know a few people could have actually been trying to believe in that, even their propaganda, trying to believe that there was so much confusion. But now, I think in Abalabe said believe, you can now see that there's somebody somewhere who is actually fueling this kind of confusion.
The source. The source, we are now to you know what I mean?
Yes, because why not allow, if there's confusion in your neighbor's house, let other people see that confusion, stay off. Why is it that even your PND is talking about the injunction, the court? What is so interesting? You've got your own political party. Why are you talking about, why are you excited about what is happening in your next party? They're in an alliance with MMG, with Manevas Mumba. When they went change the name, have you seen any pronouncements from UPND getting so happy or going beyond?
Because they are not a threat, yeah.
Yeah, but why is it that they get excited with PF? You know, I think it's time that those people, obviously we've got people who are learned in Zambia, we've got people who've read whatever the laws of the land are. I think every well-meaning Zambian, I think, needs to come out and say out that this is not right. The president needs to know this might just be a short-lived kind of thing that he might be living for. The other question is, Chabinga, do you have relatives where you come from? What are the relatives saying? Are they happy even when you see? Are you now proud even when you go home? Are you a proud father? Are you a proud brother? Are you a proud husband? Certain things, I think, let's go beyond politics. I think we should not forget that we're still human beings. We should not forget that we are still people that still need to move. At least let's have integrity even in the way we handle things. How does a Chabinga feel? Causing confusion. Are you happy with the way people are suffering? You are there. You saw what happened. Fine. Whatever happened, whether it was done by UPND, done by unruly people, and whatever the case could have been, was it right that now people should even go and march in solidarity of the president? Is that even necessary? This is why we say our president sometimes and his people to focus on things that are not very right. You've spoken about, people have condemned that violent behavior that happened in Chimbola. Forget about it. Start talking about the productive things that you can. But here we are today. Everyone now will focus the thing of how this court thing has come in here about Secretariat. They're not focusing on how people are suffering. I think every well-meaning Zambian should look at what is it that is annoying you in the country. What is it that you want to be changed? We cannot be buying bread at 26 kwacha. We cannot share bread because these are things that we should think about. Right now, abantu balapoke MPI amafertilize. Then to be busy to underpad Chabinga. We should be busy listening to a Malitator calling for people to go and resign for that police boss for Copperville to go and resign. We should be listening to a Malitator saying Kadarism and his friends saying Kadarism is bad. And where is the president in all this? He's silent. His members yesterday, they pronounced to say, whoever said, when you do something you're on your own, we are not listening to you. It is on public domain. It's on social media. What has the president done? Your own people are not listening to you. Have you condemned it? Where is our vice president? Have you condemned that unruly behavior? Because it's coming from inside the party. These are people who've got positions in the UPND who've just said, it's the same as this is my house. Then I'm going to that's exactly what those people say.
Lawlessness.
Yes.
Oh my God. Wonders never end.
Yes, he is silent. Where are we? They're busy poking their nose in what is happening to PF. I think PF now showed them that actually, yes, we might have our own problems, but at least we still have a bit of respect amongst themselves. If you watch the way they went, much more full of Secretariat before whatever. Bamakebi went to fight in, they were quite and they even said, whoever wins will vote for you. Who was getting that money and reading the constitution for them. She told them, even Vamonduide, to say whoever wins and whoever loses, you should rally behind because we have a constitution as a party. This is the Bible for our party. So back home, what we then said, well, I'm in order. They are silent. Unless cheap or can people talk? I think there's just so much that for UPND, you have an opportunity. You had an opportunity to say you could have proved the Zambian people wrong by saying, you know what, we are actually doing this better. But what you're doing now, it's like you're messing everything up every day. Every day that passes, you're messing it up. Every day that passes, this person says this other person says this. They normalize to appear at 10 hours. My right, at least, at least 2 hours. Come on. Who are you telling at to me to telepo? I should clap because I think I'm happy with the electricity. Not to what is it that you've done? It's like my own father, no. You are the reason why I'm alive. So if I have to go to school, it's your responsibility to at least send me to school. That will be my responsibility. But this is the UPND that we are having. So now, since there is now an extension in the voter registration, I think it's time that whatever the case would be, now what will be so surprising, I think, for the people is, by UPND and whoever, Chabinga, confusion, why has he failed to go and pay 200 kwacha? Because you're a president. There's a convention. Go and pay that 200,000 kwacha and go and also say, I also want to stand. Chakwa. Go and stand so that people will vote for you. Since you have popularity, since you know you're a president of the party, why don't you also go and so that you have cards on the table? You make a fair play. But where is he? He's busy. From a media, like
Muka room in hiding. Not for Muka room of Yakashinga bedroom, Katushinga ni warehouse. That man.
Unfortunate. But you are a president. Why are you hiding? It's the same Queen Pomi with the same people who come on your fora or other fora. They go with either fake names, they write things, they hide. Even when you ask them, but why are you afraid? Even you who is saying the truth. Why are you afraid if you're saying everything is okay? Can you come out? But Chabinga, even his relatives could be listening. Can you rebuke this man? Tell him off to say, right now, how much is Petition? The Petition is about 1,500, 1,600. Maybe 1,200 could be one of the cheapest on the market. Is that not what you're supposed to be focusing on? So that at least maybe but here you are, focusing energies. When another house is problem, leave the PF if they're finished.
Okay.
Whoever, leave them with their finished political party. Concentrate on your political party as UPND. Since you've said you've worked, you're busy ticking the boxes, you're busy doing all this solidarity work, you're busy saying your Kadarism is back, you're busy marching, Mwaya Chingola, Mwaya Kushani. Even you same people that they are ferrying from one place to the other, sit down and listen to yourselves. Because sometimes we are too selfish and think of yourself only. Think of your relatives. How many of you are able to even help your relatives? How many of you are even having to live comfortable lives? Very few of you. But you're busy supporting somebody who will never come to your aid. So far, the president is on record. A lot of people have helped. They will help. We will go and say, even Kukitwe, when you had that fundraising dinner on wherever that day, when you went to Ndola, he actually said, some of you want at Tulia Mompat, no, people are not saying Mompat. They just want the environment to be okay, where they can run their businesses well. They want an environment where they can have electricity and continue operating on their own. It's not all the time that people want free things. And it is very bad that the president is still thinking people are very lazy. People work hard in Zambia. We work very hard. But every time, no, No, do something to make the environment conducive. Right now, Chabinga is busy talking about the fuel. He's talking about fuel to say, hey, be careful with the people that we engage in bringing fuel. That's why diesel are issued. And no, can you tell these people the truth? To say, now, official payment, we failed to run this country. People are having difficulties in buying this fuel now that people are using emergency for their fuel. Unlike Chabinga going to mock now the country. This is what is making people. And now, even Baraga never voted, but the number is reducing. If you had 10 yesterday, believe you me, after that state press briefing by Chabinga, you've lost one. And remember, that same one vote is very important come 2026 August. You lose people because you are all talking and you are all talking on irrelevant things. Can people, I think, honor? They've extended this voter registration and verification. Can we at least go to vote for whoever? If it means these people who are eligible, if they will form another party, people will follow them. If you think by finishing PF, then you are winning, you're not, because the Zambian people, at the end of the day, will have the final say. The world is watching. People could be quiet, but people are watching what is happening. The president, can you rebuke your people? Even as you are in that house, as a mother, as a my boss, can you rebuke that? We know you are also silent, not because you are happy, but probably because you are being stamped on in that party. But can you say it that things are bad? Can you rebuke what is bad? I think it is your Christian obligation to say that, politics aside, but there's a Christian obligation that you have to abide. Queen Pumi, let me end here. I'll speak again later. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Angel G, the floor is yours. Thanks for joining, everybody. Power tap, please share. If you're on YouTube, you can pay. You can watch the full videos. Okay, I have a guest on Facebook. Mr. Mwemba, are you okay there?
Yes. I have a challenge with my phone.
Are you ready?
Come again?
Ready.
I'm ready. I mightn't be able to be seen because of the phone I'm using as a broken camera on side.
Okay,
but I can speak.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. It's thank you so much, Queen Pumi, for giving me such an opportunity. And God bless you all for even standing so boldly to save the entire nation, millions of people in Zambia, and even for feeling for them. It's quite embarrassing seeing what is happening in Zambia, even when we have people around who seem to be absent, who seem not to be around, as if we don't even have them. Because in this situation, leaders like Benevas Mumba, the former vice presidents, this is the time they're supposed to come in and stop this. They're supposed to come in and stop whatever that is happening. They know it is not right. But it's funny that they are all quiet because they are busy putting, and they are feeding their families. They are full. They don't even care because they know if anything happens, they've taken their children abroad. Their families, children are in schools abroad. They're not here, so nothing will affect their families. Won't be affected. It's even funny to find that even our own vice president, she's a woman of God, but honestly, can she stop this? Oh, of course, a normal person must see this is not right. This is not right at all. But why should they ignore as if things are okay? Why should they ignore? Of course, when you look at from the time that MZ came back, landed in Zambia, from that time they are behaving like headless chickens. They can't breathe, they can't sleep, they are all over. Is it right? This is not right. Zambia does not belong to them alone. Zambia is for all of us. They are saying they've worked. They are saying they've done what they've done. Okay, yes, they've done it. Why are they not giving an open room for PF also to fall on the ground so that they meet on the ballot? If PF did this to them, honestly, could they have been in this office today? They couldn't have been there. PF gave them that platform. Let them open the platform. Let them meet with PF on that platform so that we'll vote. Each and every one of us will vote who the party that we feel is okay for us. Thank you so much, Madam Pumi.
Thank you. Powerful contribution there. And the point from my brother there, he's saying Zambia is for all of us. And he's also saying that why are the people quiet? You know, why are the leaders? And we know why they are quiet. Some of these people, they are on a payroll. We know that there are people who are being paid, like I think all the former vice presidents, they are on payroll. So they are thinking ingatwambo kulanda against UPND everett foresh empia ilia impianish ya mwamona. But I think it is time to look for leaders who are selfless. Leaders who will sleep hungry with the masses. Because I mean, Zambia Tabadelia, how are these leaders comfortable in the midst of all these troubles that the country is going through? Mwebena Zambia, mukwati otubuku mulelemba. You know, remember these people. And it's a shame for Wakavindelo Kwisa Mkuchita advocate for a 7-year term. When these people in 4 years, bad if you kuku, ashobakula my toilet, pit latrine. This in dollar, whatever, in dollar, Lusaka Road, they have failed to complete it. A road which was fully funded with NAPSA money. The road is not complete after 4 years. They are saying it's 40% or 30% complete. What kind of nonsense is this, Mwewan? Zambia ni nani? That's why let's have free leadership. New and free-minded leadership, people who will suffer with the people. For today fire, but new. We need fresh brains. We need leaders who will reject to be bought. Restore our institutions. This is what Makebi is saying, and Bakangwa also, Sangwa also said restoration of institutions. And it's clear that our institutions are in the dump. The evident by what happened with Chabinga today. How can a normal judge even hear Chabinga? But about judge okay, go and collect 1 million votes to support your request. Because since you are saying it is a PF party, go and collect 1 million votes. Our judiciary is compromised because the judiciary cannot issue that fraudulent order on a petition of 2 people in the largest opposition political party in the country. No, we say no to that. This is nonsense, it's dictatorship, it's Tanzania formula, and we are not going to sit here and watch our country become a banana republic. God will raise people like David from nowhere, small people to fight this giant. Then Zambia, don't lose hope. Even if the storm hopeless, it is a wind of change. You cannot stop it. Yala pone mfula nokshita clean fionzi. Zambia, there is a wind of change, and no amount of oppression or dictatorship will stop this. Chabinga, collect 1 million signatures. If you say, first of all, before even you collect 1 million signatures, calculate 200K, naba umeba nove kudia. Baka kusali, I'm a patriotic front. Let patriotic front members choose Chabinga. And then after that, let him collect 1 million signatures and take Hukochu Kwewa Chifota to the fire convention until 2027. Otherwise, the bees. Go ahead, Mama Angel. If Chabinga does not pay his 200K, then if he's elected as PF president, he has to collect at least 1 million signatures and take to support his petition to postpone the PF convention until 2027. Otherwise, Chabinga, you are wasting your time. And we are here to tell you off. Go ahead, Mamaji. We shall tell you off.
Yes, Madam President, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I don't know what time is it where you are, but I can only say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, everything. Yeah, for me, I want to start with the issue of, I think Impaso touched on a number of issues where she was talking about why is it that of all the things that is going around, only PF seems to be followed every now and then. Okay? It's very simple. When I tell people to say, when you read the leaked document that UPND have on the strategy of winning 2026, they don't discuss any other party in that document. The only party that they discuss is PF, meaning PF is the only party which is very, very strong, and they've realized, I think we've said it, to say PF has strong structures, despite them having Chabinga holding on to papers, which he claimed were his papers and everything. And now that he realized that, okay, this convention is going to take place, I think, Pastor, yesterday you were not here, Madam President kind of unlocked the puzzle very well, where she stated that he knows that when they have the convention, meaning the person who's going to win should be now the one appearing at the registrar of society, and because of that, he knows that all that Mingalato that is doing with UPND will now come to an end. So that's why he goes and puts an injunction, and for me, for a judge to accept that kind of injunction to be accepted, for a judge who is supposed to show respect for the rule of law, who's supposed to respect the Constitution, who should show integrity for the professional that he has, for the professionalism in that law fraternity. It's quite a shame, and you can sit and sign such kind of a thing without even saying, look, we have issues that are pending in the other courts in Lusaka. Why did they even take it to Kabwe? Or because they manipulated, that's when you know to say this is a manipulated whatever system, is a manipulated kind of action, which somebody is working with. Because if it was something which is genuinely, it could have been done in Lusaka, but they had to rush to Kabwe because they know that in Lusaka it will not go through. And then you go ahead and do that, and you sign as a judge. It's a shame, and they're bringing, shame to the judicial system in the country. It's such kind of characters that are bringing shame to the judicial system in Zambia. I think we need people who've got morality in their head and in their way of doing things as a country, because we can't have people who can't question each and every situation that comes before them. You just go ahead and sign. And for me, it also goes to the issue that we've been saying, to say UPND is also in the forefront of doing this Mingalato with Chabinga. That's why they're doing these things. It's a very, very bad issue. And for me, it goes back to the advice that Dangote gave the president to say, you cannot develop a country without power. And in this case, you can't develop a country with injustices, with breaking the rule of law, with also not following the Constitution, because you need everything in a very holistic manner. Yes, you need power. You also need good governance. But if you don't have good governance, it means you're not enabling a good environment for everybody to work in. And in this case, you are killing democracy. Democracy is one of the key issues that we as a country ascribe to say we are a democratic nation, but you want to kill the democratic issues by destroying the governance, which was well built. You just come and say the rule of law should be abandoned because you don't care, you don't respect the laws, you don't respect the judiciary, which is very, very bad, which we should condemn as a country. And this thing of having issues being seen in the country and we have other people keeping quiet without blaming or without condemning whatever action is being taken by these people who are in power, it's a shame as a country where people can't speak, but they decide to keep quiet. If something is wrong, let's call it wrong and wrong. We cannot keep on telling the president everything is okay. And some of us, I always keep on saying, some of us who like telling the president to say, this is wrong, this is wrong. It means we care about him. But because those people who are next to him don't tell him this, it means they don't care about the president. They actually want him to fail. They are actually contributing. Mr. President, let me say this. The people surrounding you are not informing you of the evil issues that are going around by allowing certain things we are having a breakdown in the rule of law. And the people don't tell you, they don't advise you, Your Excellency, this is a wrong move that we should support, then they are tantamount to making you fail as a president. Because if they told you the truth, if they told you the implications and the repercussions of allowing certain injustices, allowing certain breakdown of the law, be accommodated and embraced by your government, it means they don't care about the Zambian people, because you need to look at the issues and say, what does this imply? What will it impact? It's impacting on you as a leader of a nation to say you don't respect the rule of law. It means you don't respect the Constitution. That's why you can do things the way they are doing things. And if you do follow those things, you will not go in the field and fail to campaign. Your works will campaign for you. That was the simple rule that Dangote said. You need power. If you have given power to the people, you will not be able to go and start saying, Nadiwamba, no. There will be no stones to be thrown at you because you would have worked. And why should people stone you if you have done what you have done as a leader of the nation? You've allowed the issue of PF prolong, because if you were a president, you could have said no one should meddle in the issues of PF. Let them sort it out. But because you are part of the legitimizing the criminality of what is going on, you are okay with that, which is a very shameful for a leader of your nature to support. Instead, you should have been condemning that. Let democracy flourish in the country. You were in opposition for 25 years or for 20 years. Despite the things that you've mentioned, and I keep on saying, we said no to whatever was going on, and we gave you the power to say, Mr. President, because you've told the people to say you are going to respect the rule of law, you are going to respect the Constitution, you are going to follow and do things in a very diplomatic way. We gave you that thing to say, come and be our president. But what have you done? You've not done that. And so because you've not done that, you've not worked, Mr. President. And because you've not worked, Mr. President, that is speaking for you. And the reason, now I'm coming to the reason why they don't want to see PF. They know to say only PF that people know in these rural areas. Therefore, if people will just see PF, they know that they will not even be ticking anyway. They will just be ticking on PF. So because of that, they want to kill PF completely out of the system, out of the ballot and everything. That's why they're doing all this Mingalatozi and everything. Okay, it's like the same thing of movement for multi-party democracy, whatever MMD issue. They know also to say, you know what, people are so familiar to these names and everything. They are trying to make Zambians get confused at the point of voting because they want to just leave UPND so that people will just be going for that. That is the secret why they really don't want PF on the ballot, because they know that it's very easy to say PF, they know. Even if somebody who doesn't know, who doesn't read, will be able to say it's just here. And because of that, they want to remove PF on the ballot paper, which is a very shameful and undemocratic way of doing things. Mr. President, we voted you for the better Zambia, but has the better Zambia that we voted you for been achieved by you in these 4 years and a few months that you've been in power? No, Mr. President, you failed the Zambians because on a simple thing of Chabinga, for me, on that simple thing, there you failed the Zambian people. And that's why you see the PF come out in numbers. Whenever they have an opportunity to come out in numbers, they come out in numbers, and you get to wonder, why is it like this? It's because they're telling you to say, despite what you are doing with Chabinga, we are still here standing as PF, and will stand as PF. Yes, they've been gagged right now. They can't speak, they can't demonstrate, they can't do anything. And the only time they come in numbers is when they've got an opportunity, like going to the Secretariat. And now going to the Secretariat, you should also gag it to say, put an injunction, let's close the Secretariat. Let's
No,
stop
they can't do that. That injunction cannot, it's unlawful, because we are here to say PF, the judge should demand at least 1 million signatures to support that injunction. Because Chabinga and Ngona, the two people, they cannot say close down the Secretariat. That is dictatorship. Zambians bena PF apapena mukose. It is your democratic right. Bakapokola na benanga chachi ne bakapokola, they are going to honor this unlawful judgment. Mukaleta ma problem mu Zambia. Sorry, Angel, you can go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Angel, so we have evidence to Kuchingola. What are you talking about it?
What sort of a question is that? What kind of a question?
I'm asking. Hey, Nifuna out.
Ngaiwa, what are you talking about? Ngaiwa, Landa first, don't come here to ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
Tell us why you are here. Why shouldn't you come?
Interrogate us.
No, I'm not even interrogating you, but I'm different. My question is question.
You come, but you can't arrive with a question.
The question must come with the context.
You can't. Well, I started from nowhere, and she question. Tell us why you are here. Why are you asking that question?
Because nambira vyakamba unaona kakozi muntu audience vyachita ngati muntu ali wrong kambani ali wrong unaona ngati ali right
kambani you can't come here and start arguing with us. Tell us your point. Tuyenda pali Chabinga
vyakamba enjo vako bati uja vanamtima myara just because anakangwa kuchita vaso na vaso. That is not right, and swinga chiwe supportive and vaboza. Sunga kamba tiolo batatu bako munyumba ngati makango okura breakfast.
Bigger issues as a country, we cannot have business boys who come here.
I know where some good to kafia papeji yesu.
Imagine, Madam President.
Bese mkutu kafia papeji yesu.
John Soli Owali. Esa kafia hapa. So, my intro is gone. By the way, sorry. I did the admin job.
Thank you. Good job. We don't have time. You can't come Munganda have a Bakuisina here. Why is a Munganda having at least Mureja Panum Shetudi Nensara? Anyway, what's your problem?
What kind of a question is that?
We say we boss page. Is this your page? Twice I'm on a page pan.
Imagine from somewhere. What kind of a question is that?
We need to put this is dictatorship where to Rekana, you know. We have to nip it in the butt. You need to respect people. You know, wasanga want to na beka ata opposition want to ambokula ponta. Uko kwine rubbish.
Very disrespectful. He doesn't even know the angel he's talking about.
I know. We angel this is yabanina esem kula chitetia bupuba.
Imagine. Madam President, I wanted to quickly just agree with most of the things that Angel has actually talked about. You know, the democracy in our country is at stake. In fact, I should rightly put it to say the peace of the nation is at stake because of what is happening in the governance system. This thing that I should mention here, this thing that the president is doing is wrong, especially against the Patriotic Front. They have been very peaceful, very orderly, very organized in the way they are trying to do their own things. Why is he trying to meddle into the affairs? Mentioned, he said, hey, Makendi Zulu will not be on a ballot paper. This is exactly what they were talking about. They have planned this. Their aim is to make sure that PF doesn't have a candidate on that particular day. And this is very, very wrong. They are really toying with the peace of the nation. Because, you know, people are hate. People have emotions. PF has supporters. Those supporters have emotions, they have feelings. We cannot continue behaving like this. We can't. I think we need to get to a point where we sober up. If indeed you have done work, if indeed people love you, if indeed you are going to retain power, allow others participate in the democratic, processes. But you cannot be using the judiciary, you cannot be using this useless guy Chabinga to continue destabilizing, people in that manner. No. And that injunction is actually flawed. It's flawed. Because there is an injunction that it blocks actually Mona, that recognizes that Mona and Chabinga are not legally holding that office. There is an injunction at court. So how does the court override that and listen to this person? It just speaks one thing. The bigger hand is the one that is writing and stamping these documents, which is very wrong for the country. HH was given an opportunity as an opposition leader, even if he failed, regardless of him failing, elections 5 times. Nobody went to deregister UPND. Nobody imposed. There were a lot of people that wanted. Trust me, there were a lot of people that wanted to take over presidency. If Lungu was this bad, that was bad, the way he is, he would have just said, Garin Kombo, we push you there. He wanted it. People were tired. There were people who were talking during that time. But he allowed democracy to prevail. He never interfered in the affairs of the UPND. But what is happening today? What is happening today? You have failed to run the country. You have failed to fulfill the promises. What do? Let's continue gagging these people. No, it's not right. It is not right. That Chabinga guy is really putting his life in danger. He should understand that. It is sweet sometimes when you are doing wrong, but you should understand that people are not happy. Anything people can do against you if you continue to behave like this. It's really, really wrong.
He's endangering life of the country. He's putting the country at risk.
He's putting everybody at risk, Madam President.
He's a artisan. He's a security risk.
Yeah, he is a security. And the sooner that this president realizes, people have a limit to how far.
Yeah, Chabinga is a security risk.
He is a security risk.
He's a national security risk.
The sooner that the president really realizes this, the better.
And the Zekita, because Chabinga Pirecho Arenda Mwevan to Aquare, Sanga PF Bambo Kushta riot. Mamona. What if PF Bafuro Bamba Marayotin? Muchalo Mabuke and Kondo because of Chabinga. Yamashi Chabingo yo Arelanda, Takwakabe Convention until 2027. Because UPF is in alliance with the HH. Since when Iwe Chabinga Nuevo more alliance na HH weka. Not whoever, if you are Chabinga, if you are man enough, Karipideka 200,000, Dakaripidaba Nobe, Ama Vena PF Baka Kusari. Elo Avena PF Ngabakusala, Uka Poke 1 million signatures from PF membership to postpone the whatever, the election, or to say for PF that come a ballot. Because the whole point is they don't want PF to be on the ballot. That is the whole point. And by Angel Machilanda, a very important point to say they want to remove all familiar political parties on the ballot. MMD has been systematically removed. Mamona. No, now they know that since the UPND have done so bad, the next thing is they want to be the only familiar name on the ballot. Mamona. I'm a new face. I was already eliminated from this presidential race by removing my name from registrar as the president of New Era Democratic Party. I'm a familiar face. So in a ballot again, I will do better. So they saw that coming and they removed me. PF, the battles are there. They are battling with PF through Chabinga. Now, by PF, Mwinenuka, Ababantu, let us not legalize their criminality. If the PF Ngamwaba quiet and don't fight this Chabinga criminality, you are going to validate their lawlessness. Because what they are doing is illegal. And they have done many illegal things. But PF Mwadikalafia Murindui. Apapena is the last straw. I'm not inciting anything, but I'm just saying this Apapena Ngataba Chengereva PF. They will bury you, they will bury PF the same way they've buried you, but never smumba systematically. Mamona. So Chabinga nga the next thing mukamona national ya PF bakachinja. They will do the same thing they have done to MMG. MMG bachinjation, and the next thing bakafunya UNIP. Okay, UNIP is already dead. UNIP yarifwa. They don't have a following. But the biggest threat is PF because PF has the numbers. And PF has the structures. So they are about to do to PF what they did to MMD, renaming it. So pa ballot sa pakabe MMD. Mamona. Because nga pali ballot nga pa MMD. I want to can say how chawa fena votera by MMD. Mamona. So now bafunya po MMD systematically. Now the battle now is how are they going to remove PF? Already they have
very difficult for them. Yeah, I agree, Madam President. Excellent analysis, powerful point. That is their purpose. That is their aim. But they will not manage. And it's a good call that you've made on PF. They should not sit back. This time, I liked what their SG said. She said, we are willing to die for a political party.
Lungu has already died. The writing is on the wall. Valungu for this democracy. Nawakwi has died for this democracy. So Chawamafye and our freedom fighters died. Even me, if there was power in Zambia, I would be on the next plane and be broadcasting from Zambia. But if I come to Zambia, I can't broadcast. So at least I am here, better off here, giving the information that people need to know. But if there was power in Zambia, I would be in Zambia right now. Chawama fetuafwa, dani tuletamba abantu baleo na ole chalo natu ikara natu peta mapu. We die fighting. At least we'll die for something. Not bambi mukafwa because na mututira mafumo. No kuri hempia shama Zambia na be na Zambia badechuna. Shame on you.
Exactly, Madam President. This is time to die for our country. This is time to fight for our democracy. Democracy that ushered UPND in power. It should be defended. It should be defended. PF, please rise up. Rise up and defend your party. Do not let anybody come and take over your secretariat. That is the place. That is the place where your two leaders, two great sons of the soil, Michael Chilufiasata and Edgar Chagwalungu, that is the place they left. If you let go that because of the stupidity of this useless Chabinga, who is working in collaboration with the government to destroy patriotic flags, those people will not rest. Defend, they died, like the president here says, they died for democracy. That is what they died for. Those principles must be defended. They must be defended. What is wrong with the patriotic front organizing themselves, not causing any problems in the country? They are there trying to organize their party. You've tried to destroy it, but they've remained strong. This is not right. And I heard today, Madam President, I wanted to speak a bit. I heard Bakavindele. You know, these are dangerous people that we should not have anywhere near the corridors of power. Because them, even in their old age, they want to continue eating. They are trying to protect their interests. It is not for Zambia. There is no way that Kavindele will say, no, the presidential term should be 7 years. What is he trying to do? What is he benefiting? Instead of talking about reducing the years, he's talking about increasing the years. We should be having 4 years of presidency in power as a term. But he is there, as old as he is. In fact, what he's trying to say is exactly, you remember at some point we had speculations where we were saying UPND want to change the presidential term to 7 years. We're talking about
it is there in the Bill 7. Firimu Bill 7. That's why this Bill 7 must fall.
Has to fall. It has to fall. This should not be allowed. This should not even be entertained. The more reason they are so much bent, because the moment this bill passes, we will not have an election, Madam President. Trust me.
We have a one-party state. Bill 7 in Gayapita, we are going to back to one-party state because it will give so much power to the judges and to the president himself. Bakalabuka fye mu bedroom wale sign laws. In fact, bakabula na constitution bakaile pauli. Takwakabe. Zambia will become a limited company managed by a CEO official in them yebafi. Bill 7 in Gayapita. You know, the people who should be talking, they won't be affected because they are going to be paid for their silence. And this is the problem here. The people who should be talking are not talking because they are paid to be quiet. The people who should be talking, they are paid to be quiet. The people who should be talking are not talking. In England, people are just saying, who is she? So people think everything is okay, but everything is not okay because people have got no food, people have got no electricity, there are no medicine, mufi patara. So people are seeing the problems, but no one is coming up to speak because the people who should be speaking are paid to be quiet. Posterity shall judge you, Mwebena Zambia. People like Nevas Mumba, posterity shall judge you, and many other people I don't even want to mention here who should be talking. Shame on you.
Shame on them indeed, Madam President. It's really, it's so painful because look, what has happened, for example, on this interference in the patriotic front. I've not heard Lars talk strongly against this. The church should begin to talk. Where are the NGOs?
Even lawyers, Bariama lawyer, Kuriama lawyer vale imebaka, pali buten. Lawyers vale imama baka pali buten during PF time. Where are they?
Very quiet.
Where are those lawyers, the stakeholders, NGOs, whatever? Mweba leland, okulalanda. When it was UPND in opposition, now they are quiet. You have a blood on your hands. If you kashika Mozambique, mweba lawyers, mweba leland, even the opposition presidents themselves, where are they today? You want to lead a nation, but you can't speak for your people. Chama kashimuka mpere nenkare president. Neoreland dabantu. But Joseph Simuka bena vice president.
I'm coming. You're right. You know, this we've been talking here. When people think that this is just about patriotic front, at first when things were happening to PF, some political parties were celebrating. For them, they thought once they eliminate PF, it will mean we'll be more popular. People will have a choice, no choice but to follow us. But that hasn't been the case.
No.
Afterwards, we've seen that other political parties have also been followed. So when people begin to do bad things to others, they don't just end there.
Look at the
They are
MMD.
never satisfied. They are never satisfied. They deal with one, they will start another one until they finish the whole village. That is how they function.
And they have done it. What they are doing it to what they are doing to PF, they have done it to MMD. The only thing is who MMD Mumba is willing, so he's a cooperating partner. Mwamona. Otherwise, whenever Mumba, if Ngatabatsi agree naba HH, Navena, the onslaught would have been the same way they are doing to PF and what they did to New Era Democratic Party and what they did to DP. So, but never Mumbatafi Pusen and Nefi Achitakuri MMD. Everybody PF. Only that one never Svali Sumina to cooperate with him. And one never Stamwaba and Tulishinafi. But the fact is, MMD ruled the country, so people will be familiar to go back. If people can't fall back on PF, they can fall back on MMD. So they had to kill the MMD name. Mwamona. So now they are fighting, but the thing with the PF is like the membership is intact. So they have tried Padioku Furunganya Vena Traitor, Vena Mayo Sampa Traitor.com, bad Shirwa Badefirwa. Bafirwa paka makebi ai minamo the fight nombero ya kosa nomba battle of Tondibe ya tuare berenga my history books. This is history in the making, Mwebantu. You come and we won't be here, but the books of history shall remember this day. It shall be written in the books of history what is happening to Zambia now. It is the battle for the soul of Zambia.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. History will remember some of the people harshly. The ending of Chabinga will be very, very bad. Will be very bad because this behavior is uncalled for. You can't be playing with people's emotions. You can't be playing with people's emotions like this.
They just need to back off. People are ready to die. Apopo Chifikire. They must read the atmosphere. tatulafika na kuma election kuyukutali. But look at the way people are coming up. Sign. So, government, if it means well, let them back off. Let democracy take course. Let them back off. Somebody mu inbox as UPND is winning. If UPND is winning, then why are you hell bent on trying to meddle in PF with the issue? Just continue campaigning. You won't that UPND is winning.
UPND cannot win an election. As things stand, UPND cannot. UHH is not anyone special. Those that messed up, those that people felt were not doing fine were voted out. What makes him so special? No. The more reason why you see people are still crowded on PF is because this government has performed terribly. There is nothing special about him. If he failed, they were voted out.
You Amalite takwa about UPND is winning. Maybe you and your family, you don't experience load shedding. So mukaba vote.
And Joseph, how are you? It's very, very sad. As I had earlier said, it's very sad that and surprising how other people would still want to just come and champion to say UPND is winning, come to